Lick number 85. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So a number of different techniques are being used here. Some sliding, a good deal of sliding from 2 frets below our main notes, and then vibratos being used. There's some cutoffs. I'll go through what I can to explain the lick here. So first we're putting the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and we're sliding up to the 5th fret. So we pick that note on the 3rd fret, and then we slide very quickly up to the 5th fret. And then we're going to play the 3rd fret of the 5th string. So we're going 3rd fret of the 5th string with the 1st finger. That note's getting cut off immediately. There's a lot of cutting off happening here. So after I slide to the 5th fret there, when I place the pick on the 5th string to play the 3rd fret note, the flesh of my thumb here is cutting off the 6th string. So this part of my thumb, when I place the pick on the 5th string, it's cutting the sound of the 6th string is being cut off. So we get right there. Then I play the 5th string note. That same technique is going to be used all the way up. So we get. So the next one pair of notes we're playing is the slid 2 note is going to be the 7th fret of the 5th string, and we're approaching it from the 5th fret. So 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string, slide instantly up to the 7th fret, and again, then we're going to put the pick on the 4th string to cut the sound of the 5th string. So we get, so far we have, and then we're also going to place the pick, once we play that 1st finger note, in this case it's the 1st finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string, we're also going to cover that note with the pick to stop that note immediately too, because we want this sound like that. Now we're going to use the same frets for the next few notes. So we're going to put the 3rd finger on the 5th fret and slide up to the 7th fret of the 4th string. Like that. Then inside of the thumb, the flesh cut the sound of the 7th fret note. And then we're going to play the 5th fret of the 3rd string with the 1st finger. Then we're going to cut that sound. So far we have. And again, to cut the 1st finger notes, we're putting the pick on the string. And there's one more for the ascending part of this. What we're going to be playing for the A chord and the G chord here. The last one of this group of 4 is putting the 2nd finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string and sliding up to the 9th fret. And we're letting that note, we're cutting that note of the 9th fret with the flesh of the thumb again when we place the pick on the 2nd string, and then we're going to play the 8th fret note on the 2nd string with the 1st finger, and we're going to use vibrato on that. So the ascending part of this is, it starts on the and of beat 1, so we're going to count a measure for nothing, and then it'll come in on the and of 1. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. Now the same rhythmic idea, a little bit different on how we're approaching things. We do have the slide, so to descend, we're going to put the 3rd finger on the 8th fret of the 1st string, and we're going to play that note with a down pick. These are, every time we pick on this whole lick, we're using down picks. So that 8th fret note will be played 3rd finger with a down pick, and we're going to instantly slide up to the 10th fret. And then as soon as we play that note, we're going to go right to the 8th fret. So the descending part's going to just use that little phrase like that and repeat it in different areas. Then we're going to go down to the 2nd string and do the same thing. 8th fret, 3rd finger slid to the 10th fret. Then the letting the pick come down on the string again and playing the 8th fret note. Then we're going to use the 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, slid instantly up to the 9th fret, and then play the 1st finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. And one other part of this to do, the last few notes are putting the 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string, sliding instantly up to the 7th fret, and again cutting that note right away. Each time we slide, we're cutting the note right away. On the descending part, we're just putting the pick on the slid to note to the note we slide to cut the sound of it, to get that staccato effect. And then the last note in the lick is the 5th fret, 5th fret, 1st finger, 3rd string. And we're going to add vibrato to that note. So the descending part of this starts with the 3rd finger on the 8th fret of the 1st string, and then the 2nd string, same thing, 8th to 10th fret. Then 1st finger plays the 8th fret in both those cases. So 1st and 2nd string are the same there. Fingering now, 3rd finger, 7th fret, 3rd string, slide that, then 1st finger finishes it, and then 3rd finger to the 5th fret, to the slide to 3rd to the 7th fret, and then 5th fret. So let me go through that whole lick again. 1 and 2, I'll do it slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 3 and 4 and 1. 2. So that's the lick. Let me do it fast, and then I'm going to actually, I recorded the chords, and I'll play over the chords just to show you what it's going to sound like with the chords when we start to put this together. In lick 87, we'll be using licks 80 through 86 or 87, and kind of put this all together with a little bit of a jam track. So the lick sped up is this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So again, you get to practice a few techniques with this, your sliding and your vibrato, cutting off notes. Oh, and by the way, this is basically using the sliding form the sliding form 5-1-2, because it uses part of form 5 pentatonic down here, sliding into form 1 pentatonic, and then the part up here around the 8th and 10th frets it goes into the form 2 pentatonic. So I just refer to it as form 5-1-2 because it passes through 5th form, 1st form, and 2nd form. And you can look up the sliding form, the 5-1-2 and the 3-4-5 sliding forms on my website. I have a video explaining those. And okay, so let me play the jam track here with just the chords. I just recorded one guitar playing the chords this time. Jam track will come in lick 87. So here we go. So there you have lick number 85, I hope.